Johnny Murray here, and welcome to another tier list. Today, we're going to be doing Black Myth Wukong, all the bosses. So, as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of Black Myth Wukong content on the channel recently. And that's just honestly because I've been absolutely loving the game. It's like one of my favorite games of all time now. And I've pretty much beaten like a majority of the game. I've beat the main story, and then I went back and did the secret ending. And I've done a bunch of side bosses. So they're really a lot of these bosses I have played. Granted, there are going to be a few that I have not played. So honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and add a row below real quick for I don't know. Because also some of these that I'm seeing here I may have played, but honestly I can't really identify because there are so many. There's so many bosses. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a tier list now. I just found the tier list on Tier Maker, and it's already set up for difficulty. So we're just gonna do the tier list off of difficulty. Which bosses do I think are the most difficult? Which ones do I think are the easiest? We're gonna do stuff like that. But if you guys love video games, no matter what you like, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, third party, indie, whatever, VR. If you love Black Myth Wukong, consider subscribing. I really do appreciate any support you guys give me, especially the support here on the channel. Share with your friends. And yeah, we do videos for gaming daily. And so let's get started with this Black Myth Wukong boss tier list off of difficulty. And I guess let's just go down the list here. Starting off with and I'm not gonna be able to pronounce a lot of these names right, by the way. But Apramana Bat. I'm pretty sure I faced this guy. He looks very familiar. If I remember correct, I think he was an average. I will say a lot of the bosses, typically the bigger they are, I think the easier they are, which is really, it's a weird thing, but like a lot of bigger enemies have slower, more like identifiable movesets, whereas something like, we're going to get to it, the Praying Mantis later on, it's like a smaller enemy, but they're so fast and they do so many different combos. It's just so hard to dodge all of it. Whereas if they're a bigger enemy, they have slower, more like singular attacks. And I find those a lot easier. But with that being said, I do think this guy was pretty hard. He took me, I think, a couple tries. Nothing too bad. Ba Lang Lang. So I'll be honest, I don't know if I've faced any of these frogs. I'll be honest, I think all of these frogs I have not faced. So I'm just going to put all three of them in I don't know. But those are ones I do want to go back and try and fight for sure. Alright, moving on to the Bishui Golden-Eyed Beast. So from the picture I'm getting here, honestly, I don't know if I can say I remember this one. See, if he was a main boss, I'm gonna look stupid. I'm gonna put him, I don't know, just because I can't tell off of that picture. I'm guessing he was in the chapter 5 because he's flaming. Oh, you know who he... No, I don't know. Alright, Black Paraguay. I'm gonna say, honestly, he was a pretty easy boss fight. I think. He was the final chapter 1 boss fight. And I'll be honest, I don't think he was that hard. I think I beat him in like 3 tries. And for a final boss, that is as pretty easy as you get. Like all the final bosses are pretty hard in my opinion, except this one. This guy was fairly easy. I really did enjoy his moveset and everything. It was a fun boss fight. I love the location we were in and everything. Really cool. Black Long. So yes, these are ones that I just did the other day. I would say. Ooh, I would say it's either average or easy. I'm gonna go with average. I think he was an average boss. I do think he was easier than the Black Bear. Yeah, that's just that was my experience. Black Wind King. Okay, this guy actually posed a bit of an issue for me, for a little bit, because this dude was in chapter 1, I do believe, and he was kind of just like I don't know. He just had a really neat moveset. I could see me saying he was more difficult than these two, but again, I don't think he posed too big a problem for me. Like again, it was like maybe 4 or 5 tries. I'm gonna put him difficult. I do think he was one of the more difficult ones in chapter 1, so I'm gonna go with that. The brown iron cart. Now I'll be honest, all of the carts were like the easiest. Like all of the carts were just really easy. yeah, I don't think I died once to any of the carts, so I'm just gonna put them in the easiest. Buddha's right hand. This guy caused a bit of an issue for me. I'm gonna go difficult as well. I think he wasn't like, he didn't make me spend more than like 20 minutes on him, but like I think he made me retry a couple times. He made me a little annoyed. The Bull Guard. This is like I think one of the very first bosses you fight. Very easy boss. It's to give you your immobilize ability really early on in the game. Yeah, very simple. Captain Kalpa Wave. I remember this guy. He was an average boss, I think. He didn't really pose much of an issue. Captain Lotus Vision. This guy. Oh, Lord, this guy is very difficult. I might even say, ooh, no, yeah, he is very difficult. This dude, ooh, he tested me a little bit. I would maybe say this guy might be the midway chapter 3 boss in a way. Oh man, my bad, I had to sneeze. Oh man, his range stuff and the amount of AoEs he had, and then there, like, once you get his health bar halfway, that he starts doing a bunch of laser stuff. But his range stuff and the fact that he teleports around, oh, that got me. This guy took me like an hour or two to finally beat, and yeah, he tested me. Captain Wise Voice. Now, this is the one that has like the big gold head kind of on it. I'll be honest, I one-tried him, right? But I think I got very lucky, I'll be honest. And I could see where this guy is kind of annoying. And so I'm going to just say he was an easy boss. I don't think he was like hard at all, but like I don't know. I one-tried him. So I don't know if that's just me, if I'm just kind of goated or what. Centipede Quiet. Oh god, this dude was kind of annoying. But as far as the bug bosses go, he was not the worst. Did I die to him is the question. I can't remember if I died or not. I don't think I did, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go... I think he's about as average as you get when it comes to the bugs. I'll be honest. I don't think he posed that much of an issue, but he did have a pretty annoying moveset, I will say that. Chen Long, this guy, he was average as well. Honestly, I think like all the long enemies are fairly easy. Granted, I did face a lot of these long enemies. Loong. I don't know if it's Loong or Long. I'm just saying Long, but it's probably Loong. I mean, it's spelled Loong. Chen Loong. I did face all these Loong enemies, like, after I beat the main game, so I was kind of overpowered for a lot of them. Like, we'll get to that one dragon one later, Red Loong. I faced him, like, he's in chapter 1. And I went back to him after I beat the game, so I was probably way over leveled. But yeah, Cloud Treading Deer. This dude was annoying just because of his freeze and just the amount of times he moved and the wind cyclones that he used. Oh, they annoyed me. He was a difficult boss fight. I didn't spend like an hour on him. I spent like a good like 40 minutes on him though. So I would say he was a pretty difficult boss for sure. Commander Beetle. Is this the one? Yeah, he kind of looks like Chestnut, if you guys know him from Pokemon Gen 6. He kind of looks like that a little bit if he was bug form. Again, he was kind of just average. Honestly, I would probably say he's easy. I think I like 1 or 2 tried him. Very easy. Silver Cart, same thing. Super easy. Easiest bosses of the game. Cyan Loong. You know, this one... Was this guy down difficult? He might have been a little more difficult. I'm going to say he was a little more difficult. No, he didn't pose that much of a problem, though. That's the thing. No, he's going in average again. I really do think all the Loongs were just kind of average. Yeah. Daoist What is that? I do not recall this guy off the top of my head. I don't remember. I don't know. I can't. He looks kind of familiar. But I don't know. Duskvale, he might be. He's either one of the most difficult, or he's very. I'm gonna go with. He was the secret chapter 4 boss. He was the secret chapter 4 boss. And you needed him to get the quill, the little needle thing, Weaver's needle, to help with chapter 4 final boss. I want to say, I think he was very difficult. I don't know. He was definitely one of the hardest ones. He's one of the ones that made me really test myself. Like, I don't know. He might be one. I'm gonna put him at very difficult for now. We'll see how high my most difficult get. Earthwolf, easy boss. Yeah, really was just to get to the next area type of boss. Elder Armor Worm. Oh, this is the one where you had to use heavy on the worm, right? Easy boss. Elder Jinchi. So unfortunately, I fought this boss after beating the main game, so I was extremely over level, but I saw one of my friends trying to beat him, like, at the level you probably should have been when you first fought him, and he did look like a very difficult boss. I'm gonna say he was difficult. Emerald, oh lord. Emerald Armed Mantis. One of the most difficult bosses. This dude's moveset is so fast and so complex, and he does so much damage. If you get hit twice, it's over. Like if you get hit twice, it's over. And he's so fast, you have like a split second to heal. And even as soon as you heal, you then have to dodge immediately because he's coming at you. It is so annoying. He is easily one of the most difficult. He's in the final chapter as well. Yeah, he made me question some things. That's for sure. Fast as wind and quick as fire. Oh, it's these guys. I would say they were kind of difficult, but they didn't make me really spend much time on them. I would say that they were difficult because anytime you have two enemies coming at you at once, it makes things a lot more difficultly. So I'm gonna go with difficult. Father of Stones. Do I remember this guy? He looks familiar. I can't remember. And the whole Father of Stones sounds very familiar. I just can't remember the actual fight itself. I'm going to say, I don't know, / can't remember. Because some of these I definitely I've fought. I just really can't remember. First Prince of Flowing Sands. This dude was kind of... This dude was easy, honestly. Like, I did not find him hard at all. Did I find him as... No, he was not very easy like Bulgard. I'm sorry, I'm gonna move this guy down. I one-tried him. Like, that is not hard at all. I'm sorry, it just isn't. Flint Chief. Oh, this is okay. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking the wrong. No, Flint Chief. No, Flint Vanguard. That's what I'm thinking of. Flint Vanguard was like. Say he's easy, low-key. Flint Chief. I don't know. I feel like I fought him. I'm gonna say both of them were easy. I remember fighting these big rock, flaming people. So I just can't remember. I can't directly specify which one was which, but yeah. Erlang, the Sacred Divinity. This is, I'm guessing, the final secret boss, not the one from the very beginning. I'm assuming, unless we have him again somewhere. If we do, we can move it. But I'm guessing this is the first true ending boss that you have to face. You know, he is one of the he is one of the bosses I spent the most time on, but that is because I did not have the right build. I did not have the right abilities equipped, and as soon as I went to go get new abilities and stuff to help with him, the boss fight made it so much easier. But at the end of the day, he is still a very difficult boss, so I'm gonna go with very difficult. Fubin, he was easy. I one-tried him. I would say he's very easy. He's the secret chapter 2 boss. I thought he was very easy. Fungi woman. She was an easy boss. You know, I would. Yeah, she wasn't very hard. Oh, this dude. Okay, when I said big enemies were kind of like easy, this was one that definitely tested me a little bit. So we're gonna go with that. Gold armored rhino. This one I'm gonna say is difficult for the simple fact that his health. Actually, I'm gonna say he was average. He was average. His health was so big, like it was a long boss fight, but also you have to use your heavy to even get to the point where you can even damage him. So it was kind of hard. The thing is, like, he didn't do much damage at the end of the day, so it wasn't like super duper difficult. But yeah, Gorai Daoist. This guy was, I think he was pretty average as well. Gray Bronze Kite, one of the easiest. Carts are super easy. Green Caped Martial Artist. Oh yes, it is this one. Green Capped. Sorry. Green Capped Martial Artist. This is Secret Chapter 3 boss, I believe. Or it was the quest, the treasure hunt quest. It was kind of easy, I think. I don't think he was that difficult. Guangmo. I remember this guy. I don't remember him causing much issue. I'll just say he was easy as well. This is one of the starting bosses. You know, I think he was very easy. I did die a couple times. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, he's the guy who you get the flaming sword ability transformation in the very beginning. 100-eyed Daoist Master, one of the most, if not the most difficult boss. This is the guy I spent the longest time on in the game, and it's because number one, I didn't have what you get from killing Duskvale, the Weaver's Needle. I didn't have that for the longest time. I was just trying to beat this guy. And his moveset is so insane. But what really makes him the most difficult is honestly a problem with the boss fight itself, and that's his hitbox is so whack. A lot of times if you do your fully charged heavy, which should do massive damage, it just completely whiffs because his hitbox doesn't allow it. Like, it just completely, like, it just doesn't work. And your character gets, like, pushed, like, hits like an invisible wall. It's not even like that's his power, like he can just avoid that. No, the hitbox is just so bad. He was easily one of the most difficult. He was the one that got me tested. King Jin Lung. This is the ice dragon in chapter 3. This is easily the most difficult dragon in the game, but I don't think he was super duper difficult. I'm gonna go with just difficult. Kang Jin Star. This was a very difficult boss. I would say just difficult. I didn't spend too long on her, but it definitely took me a few tries. Keeper of Flaming Mountains. This guy was also difficult. Both of these really tested me. They have really good movesets, glab damage, very unique boss fights. I like them. King and Second Prince. Oh yes, these guys were easy. It took me like two or three tries, I think. Stone Monkey. Honestly, I'll say difficult. He was difficult. He's like the second to last final boss. He is the final boss, but then after you beat him, then he transforms into the final boss. So I would say that. Again, all the frogs, I don't really remember any of the frogs. I'll be honest with you. I don't know why I don't, but I just don't remember any of the frogs. Yellow Brow first encounter. This is the big baby, or the big the chapter 3 final boss. The first encounter was low-key easy, or I would say average difficulty. The second encounter I would say is a little harder, but I'm sure we'll get to it. Again, another frog. I just don't remember any of the frogs for some reason. I don't know if I just did something wrong. I just don't remember any of the frogs. Ling Zuzi, I don't even know. But I do remember this boss. He was pretty average difficulty. Honestly, all of the Magwaqui, I don't know. Sorry if I pronounced these things wrong. All these chief encounters, I thought were very easy until the sack encounter, which, pause, that sounded terrible. When you're inside the final boss's little bag that has him in like devil form, I would say he was difficult. Mad Tiger was easy. Man in Stone is like the easiest boss fight. He doesn't really even attack, pretty much. Monk from the Sea. Oh, that guy. Yeah, he gets like the little thing. He throws little ice ball things or whatever. He was average difficulty. Mother Stones, again, one of the easiest boss fights. Super duper easy. Barrett didn't really even attack. He just sent other enemies at you. Non-able. I don't remember this guy. I don't remember him. 9 capped. Oh, it's that weird mushroom kind of looking thing. I mean, he was very easy, honestly. He didn't pose any kind of issue whatsoever. Yellow Brow, second encounter. This is the one where he goes into his gold form and whatnot. This was difficult. It was nowhere near as difficult as some of the other final chapter bosses, but yeah, it was difficult. Non-pure. I don't know if I've gotten that guy yet. Non-void? Have I? Wait. Okay, I've done non-white. That's for sure. He was difficult, I would say. I don't remember if I've found these other nons, though. I don't know. Old Ginseng Guai. Don't remember. I don't remember. Palex Stewart. This is the chapter 5 bull. Kind of easy. Pretty easy. Took two tries for me. Poison Chief. I remember him. Very easy. A lot of the poison bosses were really easy in my opinion. Red Boy. Okay, Red Boy. He was pretty average difficulty. Yeah, pretty average difficulty. We're gonna get to it later, but he has a second phase. He transforms into a different boss. Much harder. Rusty Gold Cart. All the carts were the easiest things alive. Scorpion Lord. I have not fight. This is the guy I want to fight. This guy because I've seen his boss fight. It looks sick. I've seen this guy because I watched my friend do it and he was having a pretty hard time with it. So I'm gonna say he was kind of like average difficulty. So I'll go with that. I don't know. He kind of looked. I don't know. To me, he kind of looked easy. I don't know. I haven't fought him yet, so I don't know. I'll go with easy. Compared to a lot of these, I don't know if he's gonna be that, like, at the end of the day, very hard. Son of Stones, I don't recall seeing this guy, like the way he looks. I don't recall that, so I'm gonna say I don't know. Can't remember. Erlang Shang, this is the secret final boss. He was easy. He was really cool. This is like one of my favorite boss fights, but wasn't really hard. Stone Vanguard, again, I think it was a very easy boss fight. Yellow Loon. I don't know if I've fought this Loon yet. That guy looks very unfamiliar. Supreme Inspector. Very difficult boss. Very difficult boss. He has that second phase, which just makes everything so crazy. And even his first phase was very difficult. For sure, a very difficult boss. The 4 Heavenly Kings. I mean, it was a very easy boss. I mean, it was like the easiest boss fight. Like, you basically couldn't die in a certain way. Like, it was, again, one of my favorite boss fights, but it was so easy. The Red Loon. This is the one where I'm like, okay, he had a little bit of difficulty. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with difficult. I'm gonna go with difficult. I really liked the boss fight though. It was a cool one. Second Sister is where we get to spiders. I would say average. I think all the spiders were kind of average in my opinion. The Tiger Vanguard, so the Secret Tiger Vanguard was very easy. But the Tiger Vanguard, the midway chapter 2 boss, I thought was very difficult. The Blood Tiger, man, was he was something. The Tiger's Acolyte, he was also kind of difficult. I would put him in difficult. The Great Sage's Broken Shell, I mean, he's one of the most difficult bosses in the game. He's the final boss. He is very, very difficult. I don't even know. What am I even reading here? Oh, the top and bottom guy. Pause. I know that sounds, but that's literally what he's called. Top takes bottom and bottom takes top is what this dude's name is. He was kind of I mean, he was average. He was average. Venom Device, Daoist. He was kind of difficult. I'm just saying average. I'm saying average. Yeah, both of his encounters I thought were kind of average. By the way, this is not a tier list of like how much I enjoyed the boss fights. This is purely based off of difficulty. I do not know this guy. No way. Violet Spider, again, I think all the spiders were kind of just average. Wandering White. This is everybody's, like, least favorite, dude. This is the guy that everybody struggles with. And for good reason, I also kind of struggled with him. But I'm not going to lie. He did not take me more than 10 tries. I'll be honest. I know, a little flex from me there. But, like, he was definitely difficult. But it's just because we didn't know what we were doing yet. It was so early in the game that he just kind of caused a problem. But luckily, I think I just learned fast. And he didn't pose that much of an issue for me. I actually really enjoyed it. The Waterwood Beast. That looks like a hippo. I don't know if I've faced him yet. Have I? I don't think I've faced him yet. He looks cool though. White Clad Noble. This is the water serpent dude. He was difficult, I would say, just because he had a second phase that made things a little bit interesting. I would say he was average difficulty. It didn't take too long for me. This guy is very difficult. The Yaksha King, final chapter 5 boss, devil guy. He was, oh man, he was crazy. Yellow Robe Squire, easy boss. Actually, I would even say very easy, honestly. Yellow Wind Sage, probably my least favorite boss in the game. Actually, I don't know if I'd say my least. I don't know what I'd say. But part of it is because I think he was the most difficult boss in the whole game. I spent like 6 hours on this dude. I'm not gonna lie. I spent like 5-6 hours on this dude. And it's because number one, he's so difficult, and it's still kind of early game, so you're not super like overpowered. You don't have like too many things at your disposal. Is the problem that I hate when boss fights incorporate like environmental challenges, because then at that point it takes the skill out of the actual boss itself, and it's just like you can just get screwed over by something completely outside of the boss's control. Like these sand tornadoes just start appearing and it completely stuns you, and then the boss just hits you once and you're done. Like that is what's so annoying about it. So the boss is so difficult. Yin Tiger. I don't think I've fought into this guy yet. Yin Yang Fish. This guy was pretty difficult. I would say he was difficult. This guy was average difficulty, but his second form was difficult. And then Mother of Flamelings. I do not think I have fought her either. So, there we go. There is the tier list for Black Myth Wukong bosses if you're curious about difficulty. Like I said, I really don't think this game is that difficult until you reach some of these bosses. Some of these bosses, which I'll tell you right now, 1, 2, 3. 3 of the most difficult bosses are the final bosses in 3 of the chapters. And then you have 2 of the other ones in very difficult category. And then you have 2 of the other final bosses in easy and difficult. But then you have a lot of the secret bosses and midway bosses. In very difficult. So overall, I think there are 10 bosses that you will genuinely struggle on. I think all the other ones are just, as soon as you learn their skill sets, they're pretty easy to overcome. But you know, I don't think this game is very difficult. Like I said, these bosses, yes, very difficult. But the overall game, I think, is fairly easy. You're never like stuck in one place for a long time. You're only stuck on one boss fight for like a couple hours if you like, yeah, when you get to them. But for like a 40 to, in my case, 50-hour playthrough, I did not feel like stuck in one place for a majority of the time. But yeah, so that's how I feel. There are a lot of easy ones. There's a lot of average ones, I think, that are just hard for like 1 or 2, 3 tries, but then you kind of get over it. There are some that you can one try very easily. There are some that barely are a boss fight, like all the carts and the 4 Heavenly Kings. The Heavenly Kings one is so awesome. It's one of my favorite boss fights, but like you basically can't die pretty much. I'd be surprised if someone actually lost during that fight. But yeah. So that is my tier list for Black Myth Wukong bosses. Let me know which bosses did you guys struggle on the most. I would love to know. Anyway, I do have some more bosses. I need to figure out what's up with all these frogs, dude. Like, I've seen them everywhere, but I don't recall fighting any frog. Wait, I did. Hold on. I just now saw it. This guy. This is the chapter 2 electric frog. This dude sends a bunch of little electric toads at me and stuff. Hold on. Okay, this guy was average difficulty. Just now realized, yeah. I do remember him, actually. Do I remember any of the... No, I don't think I've fought none of the other ones. But yeah, so that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Johnny Moore out. Peace.